Well, hello there, everybody. My name's Jake, and today we will be building some archery firing ranges. These things are a pretty cool way to actually practice your aim with the bow and arrow. Very simple redstone contraption, and just a cool addition to anybody's Minecraft world. So first I'll be demonstrating the couple designs that we have here today, and then we'll hop into tutorial mode where I will show you all how to quickly build these. Anyway, let's get started here. So if we start with this is sort of the bigger version of the firing range, and you can see we got the purple marked out there, and what we're actually aiming for is that little dark square right in the middle. And if we end up hitting an arrow through that square, we will hear a little dinging sound. Oh, we were a bit high that time. There we go, we did it again, so we'll hear a little dinging sound, and that light will also flash up at the top, indicating that we did indeed shoot an arrow through into that dark spot. So it's actually pretty difficult, even though we're from a close distance. You can see it really helps you get some arrow practice because this space is so tiny. And then over here we have another sort of model or design. This one is a little more difficult simply because the hole is a bit smaller and it also requires a little bit less redstone to actually create. Anyway, both of these designs very, very simple to build, and really it's just a fun, sort of gimmicky, but just a cool idea and just a fun addition to your base. It can help you prepare for battle when you're actually going against some arrow battles, some bow and arrow battles. Anyway, let's go ahead and reclaim some of our arrows. So once you go ahead and fire them off, you can walk up here, pick up those couple arrows, and then you can actually walk on in through the door here, pick up all the arrows in the back, and just simply exit, and you'll be good to go. Same thing with this guy over here. We'll suck up some of the arrows. There are all the arrows in the back, and just like that, we have all of our arrows back, and we're ready to start shooting again, trying to make it in the little black square. So it's just a fun idea. Anyway, let's go ahead, and I will quickly show you all how to actually build this thing. So let's start off with the smaller design. This design requires a little bit less redstone, but gives you a much smaller target to actually shoot at. Anyway, here's a list of sort of the supplies that you need. Now you will need an observer block, a piece of string, a redstone block. This note block is obviously optional if you want it to ding whenever you hit it. And then the iron door just allows us to actually enter in to retrieve our arrows. I like having a little lamp so that way you can actually detect it if you hit it or not. And then we just have a bunch of building blocks to actually make this thing look half decent. Anyway, what we're gonna do, the first thing here is we're gonna actually create a little 2x3 on the floor, and that's gonna be sort of the outline. And then let's go ahead, place a block right there and a piece of string on it, and that's going to be the string that we actually activate when we want to trigger this thing. Now let's start with the front of the machine. I'm going to be using these purple blocks just because I like to look at them, but feel free to use any type of block that you can really use stairs with. Anyway, we're going to create sort of an X pattern out of these purple blocks, and then right here in the middle we're going to grab a slab and actually put it on the top half so that way only the bottom half of the machine is actually exposing. That way the arrow will obviously hit the string as it passes by, and then we can finish this up by doing a little design like this, and then we got ourselves a little cross. Now we're just going to continue this guy over here and sort of do both of the sides. Now on the back, I actually like having it made out of this black hardened clay, so that way from the outside, when you look through into the crack, you get a nice little black outline, something easy to aim for and looks sort of nice. Now let's go ahead and on this piece of string, we're actually going to place our observer block facing upwards just like that. Not very complex, just dot a little redstone right there, and then your lamp. And just like that, you're pretty much done. Now, I like adding in a little note block here on the back, and then you can click this thing a bunch of times, sort of make it a high-pitched sound. I think that's a little bit better. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, I went too far. God dang. All right, here we go. And bump, 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 bump. There we go. That's the highest note. I'm a musician. Next step, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and actually just outline this thing. I think using, pillar quartz on the edges makes it look a little bit more snazzier. So we will go ahead and roll with that on the sides. We'll fill in some of these blocks. Awesome sauceum. We'll fill the back in there just like that. And then you can also go ahead and use some pillars on these sides. I forgot about these sides. But then what we're gonna go ahead and do is actually throw in a bit of glowstone right here. So I'm just gonna plop it in on the corner, the back corner right there. but feel free to put it anywhere. I'm gonna actually fill in blocks here on all the sides. Make sure you don't put a block on the note block or next to it because it will actually not play the sound. But then what we're gonna do is just cover the top with some half slabs, and just like that, we should be good to go. So very easy to build, not very difficult at all. Now we're actually gonna come over here to the side, and on this block right here, we're actually going to replace this guy with a bit of an iron door. So there we go, iron door right there, little pressure plate. So that way we can actually walk in, retrieve our arrows, and then walk on out. And just like that, we have made a working little firing range. All right, let's go back here, grab ourselves a bow and some arrows, and test this bad boy out. Fire, up, it doesn't always trigger, there we go, perfect. So getting started with the slightly bigger design, this design requires a few more observer blocks along with a few more string, 4 dots of redstone, and a repeater this time, and then pretty much all of the other same building blocks that we used in the previous design. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is right here on the front, we're gonna place a dot of string along with a string to the left, to the right, and out back. So we got ourselves 4 pieces of string all placed around there. And now let's go ahead and sort of build the outside cage again, but this time we're building this thing on a 3x3 cube. So on the back here, let's go ahead and do another wall of blackness. That will be the background, and then we can do our sides just like so. And feel free to use pillars on the sides here if you guys really want to. But to do the front of this guy, it's a little bit different. So again, I'm gonna be doing it with the per blocks. Anyway, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. And then on the side here, we're actually gonna go ahead and sort of, let me put a block there. Booyah, there we go. So stair facing sideways, sort of like that. And then a same one on the other side. And then a half slab on the top right there. And then you got this nice big open space. And then just for looks, I like putting a per block right there on the top. Awesome. So the next step's going to be to sort of just fill in the outline of our machine here. And then we're gonna actually go ahead and place our observer blocks. So to do that, just look down at the string, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, and then do 4 dots of redstone. Our repeater just right there. Then we have that guy going into a lamp. Oh dang it, we forgot a lamp. Okay, pretend you didn't see that, but we're just gonna place a lamp right there. Awesome sauceum. And then I actually like to take some stairs and have them sort of faced upwards. It gives it a nice look, something like that, you know, not too fancy. And let's hop back on top, shall we? But now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna outline this thing in blocks just like that. And again, right here, we're gonna place ourselves a note block. I like to put it on the highest note as possible. Do, 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 do. That's the highest note, I'm sure of it. And then I also like to go ahead and actually throw in a little dot of glowstone somewhere to actually give light on the inside. And then we can fill up those blocks if we really wanted to. Now finally, we're going to put a row of slabs on the top of this guy just to make it look a little bit better from above. It'll also give it a nice little finished look. Again, remember, don't put a slab over the jukebox there, or the note block, sorry, or actually it won't play any sound. But anyway, there we go. We've built ourselves the bigger version. So it costs a little bit more observer blocks, but in the end, I think it's worth it because this version actually triggers pretty much 99% of the time. Every time you shoot it, you're gonna get up. I didn't actually make it there, but there we go. Every time you shoot it and you actually make it, you get a little ding ding. And it's pretty cool, pretty fun. You know, helps you out with your aiming, and hopefully it makes your Minecraft world that much better. So yeah, there you go. That's how you can build a very simple sort of archery range in Minecraft. Doesn't take too much, and the cool thing about this is it actually plays a little sound whenever you hit the target. And it looks, you know, like it looks pretty nice. I would definitely build this thing in my Minecraft world. Again, on this version, I actually forgot to put the little door, but if you wanted a door, all you gotta do is drill a little hole in the side, you know, place some blocks here on the ground, along with your iron door and some pressure plates, and then you can go ahead, pick up your arrows, and, uh-oh, I got stuck in the door. But pick up your arrows, leave, you know, go over to this version, walk on in there, pick up those arrows, and you're good to go. So anyway, that's about it for this video. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. Definitely tell me, you guys, if you want some more videos like this where I sort of show you how to, build things that aren't super complex, but still kind of cool and useful in your own Minecraft world. And they work, at least most of the time. It's a fun idea. So yeah, my name's Crew. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another Minecraft video. Adios.